Welcome to yet another wonderful edition of your favorite program, Nollywood Evangelism Oasis Network. So you can always find us on Neo Network TV. So today we have come again with another wonderful message. The hardest thing to practice in Christianity is forgiveness. You know as well as I do that a lot of people who have offended you have been in your blacklist, and you have held them and you don't want to forgive them because it's very, very difficult to forgive and forget. Okay. Now, before I go on, I'm going to play you a video. It's a story of a young girl's ordeal with life. Just sit back and relax as I bring you the story.
Mgbe m nọ Lagos amụmụ nwa n'ụlọ mana o nwere ịma na m mụrụ nwa. Family m amarọ. My husband amara na m mụrụ nwa n'ụlọ. Ka otu ihe niile a si wee mee, enwe young guy mụ na ya na-abụ na anyị. O wee tụba m ime. Amara m na ndị ime maka na adị m ime ahụ na-afụkwa nsọ m. Mgbe m ji wee mara nọ ime ka ndị, ọ dịgo late. Ngwa dị guy sị na m dị ime. Ọ sị m na o nwere ihe gbasara ya nọ. Na mmadụ ife m ga-eme na m mee ya. Eme m ihe niile m ga-eme ka m wepụ nwa ahụ. Nwa ahụ ekwere apụ. Mgbe bube dị afọ ime. O nwere onye ngwa sọsọ ime nwaanyị mara na ndị ime. Mmesịa mụọ dị nwa. Enyi m nwoke ahụ hapụ m gbafuo. Chenjie nọmba ya, anaghịzi m anụ mkpatụ ya. Azụgidere m nwa m na ebe 2 years and mgbe m meetie my husband. Mgbe m meetie my husband, ọ jụkwa m maka ọ na-afụ m na obere nwa ahụ. Mgbe ọ jụ m kedu nwa onye ọwụ, mgbe ya na nwa ya m nwaanyị. Because amara m na mụ na ọ ga-anụ n'eziokwu. Mgbe m gwaziri na nwa ya m nwaanyị, o wepụzi anya ebe nwa ahụ nọ. Mụ na ya na-akpa sọsọ few months, anyị akpatere aka. Ọ bịafụ ndị be anyị mee ego n'isi m, anyị nụba. Amaghịzi m otu m esi gwa ya na nwa ahụ bụ nwa m. Aunty Ami, ihe m na-akọrọ gị kịta, anọ m be nna m wee na-akọrọ gị ya. After m lụsịrị di mụọ the first child, second child, nwa m nwoke ahụ ahapụrụ m ya with ọyị m nwaanyị. Mmesizia na-enotice na alụ adọrọ nwa m nwoke mma. Ọ na-akụtụ m n'obi. Mgbe si dị m na enide m nwa m na ya na-abọghị anụ. Ka ọ na-enyere m aka ka e nwekwa onye na ụmụazị ga na-egwu egwu. Na m chọrọ ịga kpọta house help. Ọ sị m na nsogbu adịrọ. Mgbe gawa ịkpọta nwa m ahụ. Mgbe m bịara ịkpọrọ nwa m ahụ, ọyị m nwaanyị alaikechalụ ya. Anyị bịa were enweta obere esemokwu. Ọ bụrụ ife dị serious. Mkpọrụzie nwa m. Nnọta. Agwara m di m nọ nwa m. Mụ na nwa ahụ wee nọrọ. Ka m mụziri nwa nke ịtọ, eku m nwa n'aka that day, phone ma ring ya. Ọ bụrụ ex-boyfriend m, the biological father of that child m mụrụ out of wedlock. Mbọsị ahụ ka chi ji ehihie wee ji ya. Ama m otu o si nweta nọmba m. Ife ọ gwa m na ọ chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Njọ isi kedu nwa nke ọwụ. Mgbe m dị ime, isi m ife ọbụla m ga-eme na m mee ya, na-edoro interested. Ewepụ m nwa oge ahụ. So ke nwa nke ị chọrọ ịbịa fụ. Ọ sị m na ọ chọrọ ogologo akụkọ. Na ya nụ na m mụrụ nwa mgbe ahụ. And na ya ma na nwa nwoke ka m mụrụ. Na ya chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Mgbanyụọ phone. Block ọ dị nọmba. O were another phone kpọọ m. Sị m na mma na ndị stubborn. Na ya sị na ya chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Nke otu ọ dị call. Block kwa dị nọmba. That call akpọzi m that day. After like 2 or 3 days, another number akpọkwa m, ọ bụrụ nyanwa. Obido babalụ m mba. Na ya sị na ya chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. In fact, na ya nwere right ịkpọrọ nwa ya. Mana ihe agwa m na ya chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Mgbe ahụ ka m ji wee ghọta na mmiri agafego garị. na ọ dị serious na ọ chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Ama m ebe o si nweta information na nwa ahụ nọ. Mụkwanụ m onye nyere ya nọmba m. Ana m asuspect na ọ ga-abụ ọyị m nwaanyị. Akpọkwa m ọyị m nwaanyị jụọ ya. Ọ sị m na o nwere ihe gbasara ya dị ya, na o nwere onye ya gwara anything, na o nwere onye ya nye nọmba. And tell me, out of fear, I decided ka m gwa my husband na ọkwa nwa m bụ ihe ahụ, because amara m extent onye nke a ga-aga. Ama m how serious ọ dị. Ama m ife ọ na-plan. At that point, amago m na secret a na-aga ịpụta. It's better na nji aka m gwa di m than na one day mmadụ akpọ ya na phone kọwara ya the thing. Wee kpọta di m n'isi ụtụtụ one day wee gwaba di m, sekpulu ana wee yọbịa. Nke bụ eziokwu, ama m na ife m mere adịrọ mma. Ngwasị anya, di m ekwuru okwu. Ọ pụta ụtụtụ pụọ, ọ tụpụrụla anyị ọnụ. O nyere anyị ego nri. 2 days, ọ tụpụrụla m ọnụ. Anọkwa m daadị ọbata. Sị m na mpaakị ya akpa m. Sị ya ka ezi ihe ọ bido baba mba. Na ya chọrọ ogologo okwu, na m nabagodo be anyị na ya anụsigo. Ayọ m di m ihe niile m ma ayọ ya. O kwere ege m ntị. Mgbe m ji mara ihe na-aganụ, o bido tụpụtaba akpa m, na-ebupụta akpa m n'ezi. Achọghị m ka ndị mmadụ nụba onu mụ na ya abụọ. Achọghị m ka ndị neighbors mara na anyị na-enwe nsogbu. Respect onwe m, buru akpa m, bukọsịa ihe ndị ahụ, nnaba. Ka m na-achọ ịpụ, ọ sị m kposara ụmụazị ya na mmalụ nke ahụ m mụrụ n'ụlọ na mkpọrọ ya naba. Ntị amị, obi gbawa m. Di m gbapa aka narụ m ma nwa nku n'aka. Sị m na nnaba. Obere nwa ahụ nku n'aka ahapụ m ya. Nna. Anọ m be nna m. Arịrị ka m na-eri. Anatakwa m kọọlụ ndị be anyị ife menụ, onye ọbụla nọ na-atọ m ụta. Kedu ka m si mụọ nwa na ha nwa amadị. Nke bụ eziokwu, ihe m mere adọrọ mma. Obi nwa m na-emetụ m maka sị na nwa nka nku n'aka ọ ka na-aṅụ ala. Di m sị m kpọsị ya na m naba. Amara m otu nwa m si wee nọrọ kịta. Arịrị ka m na-eri. Nke a m mụrụ n'ụlọ. Nne ya ka na-akpọ ya chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Ekwere m azazi kọl kemgbe ahụ m nalụ. Achọrọ m ịnụ ji ntị anụ na ọ chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Amara m how extent this thing na-aga. Ntị amị biko, I need him help, I need him advice. Even n'ụlọ anyị ebe a, otu esi agwa m okwu, otu esi treat m here, a na-eme m ka asị na m bụ oru. Ihere onwe m na-emezide m. Biko, I need him advice. Mma m akpọgokwa di m ahụ ya ọnya na anyị gba alụwa. O nwebe ihe ọzọ okwu. O kwube na ọ na-abịa iwere ego igwe isi m. Mana for over a week and now, anọ m n'ụlọ anyị. M na-akpọzi ya na phone, ọ da aza call. Ka ihe m nwere ike ime? My ex-boyfriend na-edisturb na ọ chọrọ ịbịa fụ nwa ya. Atami ata m afọ ebe nwa nọ. Mụnwa na-azụ ya na school. Mụnwa na-eme ife niile. Even mgbe ọ nọ na nke my friend, mụnwa na-ewego ụgwọ akwụkwọ ya. This man was nowhere to be found. Kịta anụnwa o just pụta ghasarụ m marriage m. Echeene m ntụ onye alụ nsị. Ichetara m nche m mgbe onye gbuo. Ntị amị, isi m juru eju. I need him help. Biko ka m na-ayọ. Eme m ezigbote mistake na m agwara di m. Mana ihe m na-achọ otu m ga-esi dozie ife anụnwa ka ọ dị mma. Ụfọdụ ndị mmadụ akpọgokwa di m yọọ ya. O nwere onye o kwere ege ntị. Ihe ọ na-ekwu na ya anụsigo.
You are welcome back. You see, it's a sorrowful story. The story is very sorrowful, very sad, of a young girl. The story was told in my dialect. But for those of you who don't understand the story is all about a young girl. She, had a boyfriend, and unfortunately, she got pregnant from the boyfriend. And she didn't know she was pregnant because she was still seeing her period when she was pregnant. So now, when she told the boyfriend that she's pregnant, the boyfriend said, "Nah, I don't even know what you're talking about. You are just talking rubbish, nonsense. Go and do whatever you want with that child or whatever. Okay, I'm not interested. That's what the boyfriend told her. So the girl was so devastated. Devastated in such a way that she didn't even let anybody in her family know that this kind of thing is happening to her. So she Nicodemously carried that pregnancy and gave that to the child without her family knowing about the child. So as I'm talking to you, nobody in her family, her father, her mother, her siblings, they don't know about the child. Only her friend, took that child to her friend. So as events were unfolding now, a suitor came. That is the current husband came, and when the husband saw the little child with the girl and asked her who the boy is, he said that it's a child to her friend. That is, she didn't own up that she's the owner of the child. And the man said, okay, that's good. Okay, and at the end of the day, the man proposed to her. And she didn't even, after the proposal, she didn't tell the man that she had a baby. Because already she had lied to the man that the baby belongs to her friend. So that is how it all started. And they got married without the man knowing, and even the girl's family knowing that the girl has a child. So she gave birth to her first child in the man's house, second child, and by the time she gave birth to the third child, she was nursing the third child when her phone rang one day. The phone call that somersaulted everything. The phone call that made everything turn upside down. When she answered that call, it was that her boyfriend of years ago. That one that told her that that he's not interested in the child, that she should go and do whatever she wants to do with the child. The guy now said that he wants to come and see his child, his baby boy. That one the girl gave birth for him long time ago, that he wants to come and see. The girl said, please, don't call this line again, because I aborted that child. That child never came to existence. She cut off the phone. The guy called again. She cut off and blocked the phone. Later, the guy used another phone to call. And at a point, the thing became a kind of threat. It became a kind of threat to the girl. She called her girlfriend, because and he was asking the girl, oh, how come? Who gave this guy my phone number? This guy had been calling me and all that. The girl said, I don't know. Don't know whatever happened. So at a point, the girl found out that her child was suffering where she is in her girlfriend's house. And he now persuaded the husband that I want to go and bring a baby, to go and bring a house help that will be playing with my children and all that. The guy approved, nice guy. And the girl went and brought that her illegitimate child into the family. The child she gave birth to outside wedlock. She brought her into the family. Okay. That was when the guy started saying that he wants to come and see his child, that former boyfriend wants to come and see the child. Then, that when she went to bring that baby from her friend was skeptical. She didn't want to release the baby. They had a kind of misunderstanding before the girl took her child. So now the girl don't know who gave that guy her number, and the guy is calling her all the time. So in order for the husband not to go and hear this thing outside, elsewhere, the girl went and woke her husband up one early morning and broke the secret to the guy. Told the guy about the child. It was like bomb. Where they've dropped atomic bomb in Hiroshima. But this time around, the effect of the bomb wasn't so loud, but the guy became so cold. The girl said that the guy stopped talking to her, stopped giving her money for food and her children. He would just wake up and go out and come back very late. First day, woke up early again and left the second day. Third day, he just came back and asked the girl to pack and leave. The girl knelt down and begged, but no way. She begged and begged, no way. The guy said, you have to go. I'm done with this marriage. So the girl, as I'm talking to you now, the girl is in her father's house. There, everybody is treating her with contempt. Nobody, what a world. And now she doesn't know what to do. She's asking for people to suggest what she's going to do for help and all that, But things have fallen apart, because had it been she told the guy the initial time, all these things wouldn't have happened. All these things wouldn't have come to pass. Okay, now, why we are making this video is now forgiveness. It's true that this girl has erred. She has erred by not telling the guy about the child before the marriage. But now, what is going to happen? Is the guy going to forgive and forget, or is he going to carry it to his grave? What about you? Do you have anybody you need to forgive? What have they done to you that is difficult for you to forgive? Just search your heart. Because every day we pray, we say, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. That is one of the hardest part of Christianity. Okay, now, Zara, we're going to read from the scriptures so that we compare it with what people are feeling over there. Just can you read for us from Joseph from Genesis?
I am Joseph, your brother. Yes, it is me, the one you sold to the Egyptians. Now do not grieve and reproach yourself for selling me, because God has sent me before you to save your life. It is 2 years since famine has been in the land, and there will be another 5 years without tilling and without harvesting. God has sent me ahead of you to make our race survive there and to save many of you. So it was not you, but God who sent me here and made me a father to Pharaoh and lord of his household, and ruler also of all the land of Egypt. Go back quickly to my father and say to him, Joseph, your son, sends you this message. God has made me lord of all Egypt, so come down to me without delay.
That was Joseph, the one. You remember Joseph's story in the Bible? Joseph told his brothers a dream, and they were envious. They sold him out to Egyptians, to the Midianites, who sold him finally to the Egyptians. Okay, you see the way the brothers didn't even know that Joseph was in Egypt because they sold him to Midianites. In their wildest dream, they wouldn't even think that Joseph is in Egypt, because it was the Midianites who they sold Joseph to that sold him to Potiphar, Egyptian. And behold, there was famine. They went there, and Joseph revealed himself to them. He not only revealed himself to them, he forgave them and asked them to go and bring their father. If you were Joseph, would you forgive your brothers? Your brothers, so not outsiders. Your brothers sold you, and you have the courage. Joseph is a very good man. So that is the way a Christian, a true Christian, is supposed to behave. Forgiveness. For me, the husband of that girl, the husband of that girl that told this story should forgive the girl. It is forgiveness. He should just sacrifice and forgive the girl. Then the girl in question should sacrifice and forgive her boyfriend. So it's a chain reaction. So because if there's no forgiveness, look at Joseph. The way Joseph forgave his brothers after all they did to him, after all the sufferings they put him through. He's now telling them that it is God that sent him to Egypt, not even them. So if everybody is thinking that way, it's a spiritual thinking. He saw it in a spiritual point of view, not even in the physical point of view. So if that man whose wife told a lie or did not tell the truth, if he sees it in a spiritual point, he will be able to forgive the guy. And if the girl sees the man's the boyfriend's abandonment of her in a spiritual light, she will be able to forgive him. Okay, so that is the way it is. Forgiveness. After all, Christ forgave us even without our asking for forgiveness. He forgave us and died for us on the cross of Calvary. And even those people who crucified him, remember at the point in time, at the last period before his death, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's it. So I urge you to go and forgive your friends and say inside your mind, oh, I will forgive them because they know not what they do. Big up. That's me. My name is still Emeka Nwafo on Neo Network TV. And the reader is
Nwafo
Chizam Damaris. Okay. From both of us, it is Tuwale. Bye. And remain blessed. Remember to hit the button. Like us if you like what we're doing. Hit the button and like us.